Today we're going to show you what an almost 1 million square foot warehouse looks like, new on Centreport Parkway in Stafford. Let's go inside and check it out. Thank you to our sponsor, Shore United Bank. For 150 years, Shore United has been helping businesses grow, families thrive, and communities prosper. Visit them downtown or at Harrison Crossing. Today I'm at 211 Centreport Parkway in Stafford County. I'm inside the largest available industrial vacancy in the whole entire Mid-Atlantic. This is about 935,000 square feet, which, to give you some context, is something like 5 super Walmarts. Huge building, and I'm with John Detlef. John is Executive Managing Director for JLL, which is representing the developer here, Flint Development, to find a tenant. So, John, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So let's just start off. I mentioned the Walmart thing. Just give us some sense of like the scale of this huge building.
Yeah, so this is, as you said, a one of one in terms of its scale. The building is essentially 630 feet deep, 1,460 feet long. It has 92 dock doors with the ability to expand to 158 dock doors. There's almost 300 parking spaces here. There are over 200 parking spaces for trailers. The cubic footage here is off the charts. It's 40 feet clear. So this is the kind of building that is ideal for a distribution company, somebody manufacturing, somebody who needs a lot of space to move around both on the inside or the outside. 21.5 acres under roof.
Wow. What kind of users are looking at it?
Yes, given that we're one of one in terms of size, Flint is really smart in that they want to try to find a big tenant. And we're seeing a lot of big tenants in the market, which is great. Because previously we hadn't seen, for this close to Washington, D.C. and in Stafford County, really big tenants. The type of tenants that I think will go into a building like this are a distribution tenant. We are really in the heart of the Mid-Atlantic with 17 million people. We have access to 2 ports, nation's capital. We're right here on 95. We're very close to the Beltway. So any tenant who wants to come in here and bring in something from a port, break it down and get it to this incredible population, this is a great building for that. Also, there are 21 million square feet of data centers planned and under construction in Stafford, Spotsylvania, and Caroline County. And data centers drive a lot of demand for industrial space. So we could see this building going to what we call a data center adjacent tenant, somebody who's bringing in materials that help the construction or the ongoing maintenance of a data center. And then lastly, we are seeing a lot of manufacturing uses nationally, and we're starting to see a lot here. This building has the ability to scale up our power pretty significantly. And again, the size, Stafford's great labor force, the location, make it a really great manufacturing building too.
John, we've talked a lot about this trend. We just did a video on the 2 Amazon warehouses here, but it's pretty incredible, I think, what's happened along Centreport Parkway.
Yeah, so Amazon is a great evolution of the way we as consumers want stuff. I mean, you used to be able to go to the mall and buy something, and product could be delivered to the mall every couple of weeks. And then the delivery mandate started to get shorter and shorter and shorter. So the Amazon has built 2 delivery centers here, which is really a last mile operation. Product comes in, goes to your doorstep. We've seen that with O'Reilly's Auto Parts. CVS has a very big location further down in the Fredericksburg area. So this location in particular has been great because it's a nexus of proximity to DC, but also a place where you can get a really big warehouse. And if you're doing operations with the volume of a O'Reilly's or an Amazon, you need a lot of room. So that's why Stafford's been such a great location for those groups.
Do you anticipate more projects like this in our market?
I do. I think there's a lot of developer interest, institutional capital markets interest to be here specifically. So I don't think this will be the only million square footer in this market. We'll start to see a lot more development. There's a lot in the pipeline right now. And then again, it'll be data center adjacent, manufacturing, and distribution. Great options for this market.
I mentioned the developer, Flint Development. You said they own another 100 acres or so, like kind of right behind here. And then they're also developing the site like just north of Kalahari in Thornburg. What might Flint decide to do like behind this property, do you think?
Yeah, so a note about Flint. They're one of the largest industrial developers in the country. In fact, this building's one of the smaller buildings that they developed. and they've been very, very prolific in the Mid-Atlantic. So we have 100 acres just to the south, and right now we're trying to figure out what to do with that. We can provide more trailer drops here. So this building, we could get up to 800 trailer drops by combining the site next door. That is exceptionally unique, really anywhere in the country. We have the ability to do outside storage, but we also are thinking of doing a building in the 500,000 square foot range, just a smaller building of this. So we will probably pick our choice and start construction end of this year, early next year, which just gives us more flexibility here.
And I assume, John, people that are interested in looking at the space can find the brochure pretty easily on the JLL website.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we actually have our own website, capital95.com. You can reach out to anybody on the Metro DC industrial team, and we'll get you all the info you want. I appreciate you giving us some exposure too.
Yeah. All right. Well, John, I appreciate you taking some time to show us the space, and
Thank you.
Maybe we'll come back once you got a tenant in there.
Love to bring you back when we
posted.
make that announcement.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank
All
you.
right. All right, so that's going to do it for this week's edition. We appreciate you watching. Be sure to subscribe to our newsletter and our YouTube site, and we'll keep you up to date on business activity here in the Fredericksburg region. See you next week. Again, I want to thank our sponsor, Shore United Bank.